Hey guys, I'd just like to ask if you could like and subscribe and comment on the video with any thoughts you might have had, because it goes a long way towards helping support my channel. Thank you. Alright, hello. Have reopened Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and started with a message that said, hang on, then I clicked, and it says, before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting a clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that seriously. They can just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. You've actually taken the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about the experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Okay. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and set the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Alright. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you go back to the video game now. I don't know how to feel about that. Also just realized I did not set the time, so I guess I'll just assume there's an extra minute on to whatever we're doing. Anyway, though, hopefully this should... I imagine it saved whatever I did. Achievement unlocked, welcome back. Okay, we've got the decorations.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Also, apparently I can click on 5:30.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort.
Oh.
A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay, that's fine.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it.
50?
Yes,
Oh, all right.
50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Oh, I'm gonna keep clicking this one for a minute. See what he says. Okay, he didn't have anything.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Okay, great. Now, go touch the bucket on door 437 a few times.
Is that this way? .437. Where's 437? Wait. If I can find it. Oh, where's it at? I don't know where to find it. I'll be honest. Wait, there it is.
Yes, now we're getting somewhere.
Okay.
How about door 415? Give it some bucket love.
Okay. It's right here, okay.
Now back to door number 437.
Okay.
You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. Why don't you rub the bucket on it a bit?
Or if I can find it. Copy machine, copy machine. Copy machine. Copy machine. Where's it at? Oh, there it is.
All
Okay.
right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I'm not sure we are. Remember, it's been 4.5 minutes since I started the timer.
Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk.
Okay. Am I able to get up on here?
Yes.
Oh,
This is
okay.
great. Now the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now,
Good.
let's introduce it to door 416.
I'll try. Is it this way?
We've almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again.
I don't know what this is accomplishing anymore. I just figured, hey, I could probably get an achievement real quick.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door 430. Yes, we did it.
Oh, God.
That felt amazing. You know, not all buckets will get this kind of experience.
I know.
They won't all know what it's like to slam repeatedly against nearly every door in one section of an office building, or what it's like to be employee 419. Buckets may dream of an experience like this, but few can say they've truly lived it. You've given a bucket hope today. Stanley, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll be honest, I did...
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
Okay.
and entered the door on his left.
I was gonna say, I pulled up a guide on, like, how to find things. I don't know much more beyond it just saying, like, vague things. Like, remember the silly birds one that I found? It just says silly birds. That's all I know. I don't even know what most of these mean, just besides that a lot of them involve bucket.
Upstairs to the boss's office.
So, I think one that I want to do is, go into the office.
Stepping into his manager's office,
I was gonna
Stanley
back
was
out.
once again stunned to discover not an
All right, that's
indication
fine,
of
that's
any
fine.
human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing.
There are some
presence
things
of
I can
the
do.
bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
It was
It would be with him
28:45.
always. The bucket would, and he knew it. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah, the bucket
Was
did it.
the bucket
Yeah, the
all
bucket
along?
did it. The bucket
Was
told
the
me.
bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yeah, okay, apparently there's a couple things I can still do down here. If I keep going this way.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Thank you, bucket.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Thank you, bucket. Okay, apparently there's something... Oh, apparently I can go down the elevator still? Wait, can I? No. Okay, apparently not. Something about a pipe. Am I able to get on the pipes somehow?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Something about pipe. I'm not seeing how I can get on any pipes. Or follow any pipes, but maybe. Might be able to get my way up on here, possibly. If I come at this at the right angle... Nope. Okay. No, okay. Well, I'm not trying for that. But apparently... I can wait. I don't know how long I wait, but I wait. And then I can do something cool. I think. And I think this works without the bucket, too, for what it's worth. I'll just give it a moment. Yeah, I'll just go ahead. Apparently I can get on the chair somehow. Wait. And something about this. Then jump down. Climb on chair next to light, then jump down. I'm on chair next to light. Oh! Ball. Okay, I see.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing
Oh,
and
silly
into the
me.
dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis.
Wow.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility.
What a shame.
This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
No.
It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail.
No, are they gonna
All
fight?
Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible.
The hell is this?
Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending, but it's where we happen to be, and maybe, possibly,
This bucket
if we
is so
accept the
wise.
reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually.
I'm recording, right? Let me just...
It's what the bucket was counting on.
I
The two
am.
of them waited for a very
Okay.
long time.
It's so sad. I thought things might go better. Alright. I know of another ending I can
All
do.
of his co-workers were
I just
gone.
gotta
What
do
could
it right.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Stanley
Bucket.
picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay. I walk in and walk out. Is that how it works? I'm in. Now I leave. Is that how it works? How do I walk out? Wait, is this way? I think this is it. I'm not even sure I discovered this the first time I played. Like, even without the bucket, you know? I love how the narrator's just adding in stuff. I just barely heard that. How long is this elevator? Oh. Is there any going up, maybe? Can I go? So how do I pull off the backing out one, then?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
That's great and all.
Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
Yep.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Yeah, no way I could know.
Two, 845.
I just want to go.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
What if I had her in, like, now? I did it! How do I back out, though? For some reason I wasn't able to get this ending somehow. Whatever. Whatever. Not sure what I'm doing wrong there, but whatever. Guess I've got to, like... I could just begin the game again. Alright. I still need to go down the stairs.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Yes, I did. And I can't think of anything else I can really do on the
Coming
left
to a
side.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Hey!
I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What
Figlies.
name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by one?
Figlies.
Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Let's just do Figlies. Alright, now let's see how the
Stanley
bucket
just couldn't
changes
do
this.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me.
I know.
In difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort.
What's wrong,
And
bucket?
that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket.
No.
How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all
No.
terribly wrong.
This is
Surely
wrong.
No good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of
Where'd the
bizarre
bucket go?
hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
I don't know.
Indeed.
I'm
Now he
scared.
noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without
I need
my
a bucket.
I've gone truly mad.
I really
Where is
have.
it? I must find it.
I'm looking
Far
for
off in
it.
the distance now, he heard it, calling to him. Stanley! Stanley, it's me!
Where are you, buddy? Where are you?
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one
oh,
bucket after the
buckets.
next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Oh, this is kind of terrifying. Ah,
He had
I'm
to find the
trying.
bucket. He
Is
had
it
to
you?
return to his
No.
old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside
What?
of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley
No.
doubled over in agony
No.
and blacked out.
Did I eat the bucket?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a
Oh my
day
god,
like
is it
any
gonna have
other.
something bucket related?
She rose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
Yeah, if only.
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Alright. Well, with that done, for some reason I'm not able to get the back out
All of his co-workers were gone.
of
What
office
could it
one.
mean?
I'll try
Stanley
things on the
decided
right.
to go to the meeting room. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It really is.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
What a wise bucket. I can't remember what I could do. What are my different options? Trying to remember.
No, never mind.
Oh,
The
well,
bucket was
sorry.
wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I don't know if... Yeah, okay.
And so
Why
the
not?
two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Down.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd
Oh,
find this
good.
place eventually.
Oh, hey! Oh my god.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
Oh.
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want
of
more
course.
of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's
Okay.
what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee!
We can
Look
try
at
that.
wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the
Oh, that
Stanley Parable is all
music
about.
ended pretty
Don't you
abruptly.
remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What? Hey!
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No. No. What were you saying? I don't know if I like where this is going.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No.
I think it'll make a
No.
wonderful new addition to the rich
No.
lore of the Stanley Parable.
No.
True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely
I
you
can
don't
make a
need
few
me to spell
guesses.
it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket.
No.
And then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No. Is there a way to break it?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Well, that's not
So
my
I can
problem.
hear you
Maybe
say,
it should
how
go to
does a
therapy.
character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
I know,
Well,
right?
you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to
No.
hurry and feed it. We can't
No.
get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters.
Wait, am
like
I even
the
able to
Adventure
toss
Line
it
or
in
the Bucket
right now?
Destroyer until you
Oh, I think
crush
I
that
am.
damn bucket. Quickly
Ah,
now.
no.
The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley.
No.
Give the fans what they want.
No.
Hurry and crush.
Did it destroy the
Bucket
bucket?
Destroyer. My prized
The bucket
creation.
won.
You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spell-binding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Okay, from what I can see from the choice map, I don't think feeding it the bucket would have changed anything at all. I think
All
that's
of
just the
his
singular
co-workers were
ending.
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket.
It's a committed
bucket of culture and distinction.
It is.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It's on the way.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
That's
The
not your
cargo lift,
voice.
Yes, go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay, so I know that, I think I can go down here. Oh, hey. It's in here. Oh. Pretty sure I discovered this in the main game.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
Uh-huh.
The sheer euphoria I feel every time
fuck?
I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
Yes, you can monetize the bucket.
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
Okay, I don't think I actually discovered like this area
It's my
without the bucket
golden
though.
ticket. But I have to be
I'm kind of
careful,
curious.
because as
to, like,
soon as
head
this
down here
gets
without
out,
the bucket.
there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
What the hell is that? All right, got some horror game moments in here. That's interesting. I'm gonna go see what that's like without the bucket.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
I know, right?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh wait, there's a figurine over here. Hold on.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anlarines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one. And
I'm
then
not
the
sure if maybe I
first
should
number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the
Maybe I
sense
should
that
wait
we
to
used
grab the
have
last one, though.
None of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlarines. None of us can.
Well, that's a weird way to put it. Yeah, I think I may want to wait to grab that last one until I've looked at everything else that I can.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
Yeah, I don't think I found this before.
That it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being
Sometimes.
an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Okay, that wasn't as wild as I thought it might end up being. Anyway, though.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in?
Yeah, I'm sure.
How is that possible? The embrace of an old friend.
Maybe I can get back to work now that I've got my bucket.
That stands the test of time. No, the orders were still missing. For now. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
All right.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Okay, apparently, wait, hold on. I think it might be something where I do it again,
All of
maybe?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker.
And a
In
better
time,
husband.
perhaps, he would become both of those. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley
I'll
had
try it
felt the
again,
bucket
and if
calling
it
to
doesn't
him,
work, then I'll
telling him
figure out
that
something
the
else, 'cause I know I'm
employee
supposed to be able to get
lounge
down
was
there.
simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death.
Okay,
they
that led
might
to the
die
same
in
thing.
one another's
Okay.
arms. How deeply touching.
Wait, okay. I'm trying to see if I can figure out a way
to tell
to...
this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Okay, wait,
Not
maybe I read the
everyone's so lucky
instructions
to have
wrong.
a bucket, but Stanley
Trying to see if I
was
can
a
figure
very
this out
lucky
right.
fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Cargo back, then down. Wait.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not
Yeah,
the
it's just
correct way to the meeting
trying to
room.
interpret what
But
that
Stanley
means,
had
you know,
felt the
cargo
bucket
back,
calling
then
to him,
down.
telling him that the
What is the
employee
back in this
lounge was
situation?
simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay, I don't know if that's it. No.
Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Okay, maybe this is what it means by back?
Said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Back? Come on. Alright, I guess it's not gonna let me do whatever back and then... Whatever. I can always just look these up on YouTube later if I need to. Let's follow the bucket blindly. Where are you leading me, bucket?
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Okay.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh, this is depressing. Are you a bucket? Oh, there you are. Press I to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. Lately,
Whoa.
I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
I won't.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me.
I hear
it's
only the
just
bucket.
a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it.
It can be the same
doesn't do
location.
anything else. You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to.
You're
now
not
all
the
he
bucket.
cares about is his awful bucket. His stupid hunk of metal. It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on,
never
he's
needed
just going
you.
to cling
I
to
only
this
needed
bucket,
the
this
bucket.
cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Yes. Look at the shine. I believe you're real, bucket.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
It is.
Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
It's the best at it. Ah,
God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
because it is.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket.
We
No,
all
no,
will
no, no,
someday.
No, 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 what's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the
Oh
bucket
my
has to
God.
say, do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes.
Don't you
The
take my
bucket could
bucket.
tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Get your own bucket.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket,
No.
Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Back to work, Stanley. Oh, God. What is going on? What the fuck just happened? Oh, my God.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay, wait. Can also...
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go
Okay,
somewhere
bucket.
else. The cargo lift, yes. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
Oh, wait,
It
I think I
should have
just realized how to
alarmed
go
him, of course,
back.
because
If I
buckets
send
are
this
huge.
along and
But
then
Stanley chose not
go
to
down
think
there,
about this
I think that might
obvious
be
fact.
different.
He was
Possibly.
firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Of course.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
Okay, Bucket.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
And then I can unplug
Now
it.
pick up the phone, said the bucket. Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's
Shut
funny,
up,
Stanley.
man.
A
Shut up.
talking bucket.
Don't be
Can't you see?
mean to
oh,
me.
Goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here.
Oh
Let's take a
no.
look.
You guys ready for the comedy
is
beat? Oh my
comedic
god.
timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
Yes.
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds?
90 seconds?
Thankfully,
Okay, that's
the answer
honestly
to
pretty,
all of these questions is
pretty legit.
yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the
guess?
optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name.
Okay.
Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh,
Okay.
and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor.
Okay.
Speak the
Be
entire
taking notes,
joke
guys. Be
in
taking
no
notes,
more
by the
than
way.
18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. I'm Dunny
Good.
with the
This
funny.
saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is.
Okay.
With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threatened
The what?
our very existence, and to very
what?
likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
What was that last few seconds about? What?
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story
Wait,
with
am I
more
able to do this
appropriate
again?
comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
All right.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the
Oh, hey,
delivery.
it's fenced in
You'll be
now.
in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video.
I can't
Otherwise,
wait to see
who
what you
knows
have in
where
mind.
we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke.
Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Can't wait to see what we're in for.
Here we go. You ready?
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Is that a fart noise?
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point.
I
A
know.
dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone.
I'm
But
disappointed
now the timing's
too.
completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake.
That's okay.
I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Maybe.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready?
Okay.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No. What? Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Am I supposed to enter the left?
What?
Okay, I'll go left. I'll go left.
No.
I think I'm supposed to go left.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay.
No. You were supposed
What?
to go through the door on the right,
I was.
leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this was all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
Oh.
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes.
That's okay.
I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is.
That'll
That's
fix
what
it.
will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
I think he's got this.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace.
By the way,
Protective,
I do remember in that
assertive,
museum area
yet compassionate.
where he was showing off like Stanley Parable 2 stuff. I remember that there was an area called Epilogue that I didn't go into because I was going to leave that last. I don't know if that was going to be blocked off to me if I tried, like the exit was. Or if, like...
Stanley clutched the bucket
I don't
tightly
know.
to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket
Something
calling
else,
to
but
him,
I
telling him that
feel
the
like
employee
a little
lounge
sad that I
was
can't go
simply
back
the
to that.
place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay, I'm gonna try
No,
Said the bucket.
getting this
don't
lift
go
to
the
move and
meeting
then
room.
jumping
Go
back
somewhere
immediately.
else. A cargo lift, yes.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely
Okay, so I
used
think
as
I do
cushioning
have it set now
devices?
to do that
It's
other
true.
one.
You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
Okay.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
That wasn't much.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I guess
Stanley
it's
decided
not
to go
like
to the
I
meeting room.
need it to be a super long,
Stanley's
drawn-out thing
bucket,
for
the
it to be a
only co-worker
well-done
who would
ending. You know,
ever
it's just
truly need.
so I don't want to like seem like I'm disappointed with that or
Stanley
anything. I
clutched the
just
bucket tightly to
kind of
his chest.
surprised
This
that
not
it was
the
only
correct
like just
way
a
to the
few
meeting
seconds of
room,
dialogue.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling
Anyway,
to
though,
him,
let's go on
telling him that the employee
the
lounge
catwalk.
was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
So I know there's
Well,
still a decent amount of
never
choices
mind.
down that
The
path.
bucket was wrong.
Actually, though, maybe how long have I been going for? Oh, just about an hour. Maybe I should leave all that for the next video. I'll stop. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and comment and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you.